And as far as the back rack, yeah, the sun's got you, huh? It's a little too skinny from side to side. I don't know if those feet adjust enough or at all. Not quite sure. I could probably add on to it, but if not, I may just put that whole thing on Craigslist by itself, and it's for a mid-sized truck. And here's that other piece, and that I could use all the time. And if you have material that's hanging out of the back of the truck, gives you the idea, extend the truck so you can kind of haul longer material without breaking it. Or I think you can take it, stick that end in the back of the truck, have it go straight up, and then it goes across, and you can haul stuff across the roof. I still would like to get that rack on there though for that capacity, but at least that part of it paid off. Alright, so I'm just kind of eyeballing things. I probably want to go up at about another inch because you want to make sure if you're putting a ladder on there, it clears the roof. So about another inch, that should give room around that light so you can still see that light. And of course it's not centered, but I'm kind of thinking if I have some more of this square stock, actually looks like trailer hitch size almost, I will try to, I don't know if I want to come on an angle. I know the light's screwing us up, that back light. But I don't know if I want to try to come down on an angle, say a 45, and then have it meet the bed. I'm not sure. So I think what I'm going to do is probably take these off right now, take those two brackets off, see if I can mount those brackets where they go, and then kind of figure out just how to connect points A and B together. But I think it fits pretty well. Kind of fits the, you know, of course it's not centered, but if you center it, the ends of the bar seem to come to the ends of the windows. Alright, well I'm going to get on that, start taking some stuff apart, and then we'll see how it looks as I progress. As you can see, that bow, it rubs right against the cab, and then it's away from the cab back there, so I want to try to get rid of that. So here's a little bit of MacGyvering we got. We got a socket welded to the end of that, and then with the come along hooked on through a bolt through the back of that, and I figure I can slide that guy right in there, and that should be able to capture around the back of it and be able to pull it. I figure I'm going to wrap the come along, try to wrap a piece of chain around here to the come along, and that'll get stuck between the two rear supports, and see if I can just kind of pull straight back on that and see if I can get that back into position. So let me get a hunk of chain around here and the other end of the come along on there, and start cranking on there and see if we can take out the back window. That's better. Kind of rolled the top edge a little bit, but that's alright. I'll get it. As long as I got the gap and it's not rubbing against the cab anymore, making little mousy sounds. Yeah, that. Yeah. Let's see if we can get some brackets stuck on there. So I was looking around for steel, something to bridge the bracket to where it's going to be sitting. And that's the diameter of what we need. And that's what we have. Which is it. I just can't get it on there one-handed, but you get the idea. And that's like an old U-Haul add a tow bumper to your car. It's kind of weird because it's shorter on that end and longer on that end, so I may have stole a piece in its past, so it's already no longer useful for what it is. But again, the hoard pays off. So I got more than enough steel now to bridge that, and beefily like. So it's actually thicker than, I think it's thicker than what the thing's made out of. So I'm gonna go get those two brackets in place, and probably clamp them down with just vice grips for now. And then I want to try to set the rack where I want it, and then I'll either make paper dolls or just tape measure it and cut out what we need. Alright, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know if this light is any better or worse, actually. I got it shimmed up. I don't know. I could probably go up another ½ inch or so. You can kind of see a little bit of daylight under the roof. But if you're going to hang stuff on it, it may sag a little anyway. So And between the garage door, I got another, it's like 3 inches or so. So I could probably go up, I'm gonna say ½ inch. And I just have to figure out how to go do that. I might be able to go just straight up and down off of it. And then drill through it. I might even just weld everything together. No sense, I don't know, we'll see. Some of those projects you start working on and you're like, really? That should have taken me an hour. Yeah, let me see if I can figure out something. So that guy's extended. There's 2 3/4 inch, 1/4 inch wall, 2x2 tubing on it, which I think is a little thicker than what they have. And then over on these guys, I extended them to 5 inches. And the reason why is because I can't catch that bolt. So instead I have that bolt, that bolt, and the one in the front to kind of give it some capacity for not leaning back, you know, and it'll come across the bed further. So I'm gonna hit them with a heat gun, see if we can get them to kind of cure up a little faster. And because once they're on, but I still have to find out where these holes are gonna line up in the top section. So I gotta bolt them in place, get them sucked into the corners, and then from there drill those 2 holes, and I could drill those 2 holes rather, and then paint that. And I'm gonna leave the bed liner on it. I think it'll be good for protection, and actually kind of acts as like a cushion between the 2 of them a little bit too, you know. So that's my plan, and so far I'm sticking with it. All right, let me get to bolting them suckers on. All right. Starting to get a little darker, see some time's gone by. Well, I got those brackets all cut up and extended and welded and bolted through. The front one was a bitch. This one right here. That one. Because I had to tape the nut to my finger and reach my hand around the back like that and finger it till I got it. But they're in there and they're tucked in the corners nice and tight with the bed liner underneath them. So they're kind of pretty much watertight too, a little around the bolt holes, but and my clearance looks pretty good too. Right here about 1.5 inches above the cab roof, and I'm still clearing the garage door by a couple inches. Plus the door can go up a little bit more too. That should work out. Alright, so I'm going to go and mark these. Drill them out. They're gonna be fun. That's some thick stuff. And my back window's pretty protected now. Be nice if I can make, I should have thought of it earlier, that other setup that I showed that goes in the tail hitch. If I was to make like a parking spot for it underneath. I'm gonna go look into that right now. So I could store it in that space right there, and when I'm not using it, it kind of acts like more of a backing to it too. Alright, let's see what comes up. Maybe, maybe not. Well, they're not going to fit going across the front. I was thinking if I put like a something with a wing nut, kind of clamp it here, or a quick release pin or something, it can kind of stay on the side, and then possibly on the other side. But the other side has those loops on them, so it doesn't sit flat. I don't know. I'll worry about that. I think I'm starting to jump off on a tangent. I figured if it would have tucked in there right now while I had it apart, I can grind and put a couple of brackets on it, so be it. But it doesn't look like it's going to be that, so I'll take that back off the plate for now and worry about just getting the rack done. Now that's it. I'm done for tonight anyway. It's really strong. It's really stout. And I'm thinking down there for those 2 pieces, one of them can make the corner there. So I may make some bracketry for that at some point and just have some kind of way to quick clip it in place, you know. Maybe mount something in the center where it just kind of captures the top or uses the pin to hold it. Kind of dead space right there anyway. Maybe. I like it. I've been wanting something up there for a long time. Watch a whistle like a bastard. Oh no. Another thing I can see being an issue is you pull a tractor or something in and the hood hits that right there. Let's see. That says I can't even offset it too. Alright, that's it. I'm going to wrap it up. Again, thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing. And glad I got on this one while it was still fresh. If I put it on the side of the garage or something, I never would have got done. So I'm actually glad I got it knocked out now. Alright guys, later. Or I could just lay them down where the old winch body was and it would just fit nice and snug and tug in there and not move around at all. Look at that. Sometimes you overthink it. And then the ramps fit sideways with a strap holding them and keep them from rattling. Everything now fits. Wunderbar. Plus I could probably put some bungees or something on the straps. Might make something for straps. Go and store them under there. Yeah, that's it. Alright, now I'm gone.